Just a couple days away from Halloween season, and for cosplayers, that means that we now have 31 days where we can exist in public. Here's what we're wearing. I'm going to be trying on a ton of costumes in a ton of different styles over the next couple of weeks. I'm out of coffee, so I'm gonna set down my cup and we're gonna go ahead and jump in and talk about this sexy, spicy nun costume. The dress is a buttery, smooth bodycon dress that glides over your curves and has a high slit in one leg that has little ties across it to look like a garter situation. So you have a lot of freedom of movement in the legs, even though it's a bodycon dress, because of that slit. And of course, it has this cute little satin bow on the chest. And while that piece was really easy to slip into, the collar was a little more difficult. The buttons are secured in place really well. I'm impressed that these buttons held up to how small the elastic was when I was trying to get that neck piece on. It took me a minute to get on the buttons, and it took me a minute to get them back off. So if that's a concern for you, I would avoid this piece, but I will say once the thing was on, it was very secure. It didn't feel like it choked me, but it was still just, it laid really flat, and it really added a lot more character to the costume than I expected it to. The costume's a black dress and a collar and a veil, but once you start layering those pieces together, you really see it start to come to life. The third part of this costume is this adorable veil. I love that it is a sheer fabric because it matches the lightness of the costume, but it adds a little bit more airiness and flow to a costume that otherwise would be really constrictive and tight, that would otherwise just be focusing on the body. This veil really adds this ethereal element to this nun costume. Look, it fit over this hair, it'll probably fit over your hair. And if it's too big, you can always secure it in place with bobby pins. All in all, really impressed with this costume. I love it. 5 stars. All right, next up we have an adorable little maid costume. This costume came with a satiny slip style dress that has a ruffled lace shoulder situation that I really enjoy, and it also has adjustable straps. The corseting on the front is not real, it is just stitched in place. You can't adjust the size any this way around the chest. It also came with this adorable little white ruffled apron that just ties in the back with a bow. And the piece that I was really excited about, this adorable little lace ruffly headband. It's one of those things that you don't really get to wear unless it's in a cosplay. So I was really excited to be able to wear this little ruffly headpiece situation. It also came with thigh garters and an arm garter, which I thought were really thoughtful inclusions. The one thing that it did not come with, though, was a feather duster, which I know is kind of a silly thing to be like, why wouldn't they give me a feather duster? But it does seem kind of like a necessary prop to the costume. I feel like all costumes should have a prop, and a feather duster is one of those things that is a niche specialty item that I'm sure you could find one or you could make one very easily. I wish that this one came with the feather duster. With that in mind, this version of the costume is no longer available on Amazon. However, it's a great segue into the next costume we're going to talk about, because Dolls Kill has a collection of costumes on Amazon right now called Tricks and Treats, and they have a beautiful maid costume that I really wish that I had my hands on, but I instead chose 2 other pieces from their collection to share with you today. I got their construction worker set, which comes with a denim blue colored mini skirt that's very stretchy and has an elastic waistband and pleats down the front. It also comes with this really bright yellow green color caution tape tube top that I really love. But the best part of this costume is the tool belt, which is actually made out of some kind of leathery suede type material. It's really thick and you could actually use it to put jewelry tools and stuff in. So I think that's really cool. It also comes with the safety vest, of course, the safety vest, which is reflective and bright orange. It also comes with a matching plastic hard hat that has an adjustable back and safety glasses, because safety first. The other outfit that I chose from this collection is the Space Princess set. I don't really have anything like this, so I thought it would be really fun to try. This costume is so fun. It comes with 3 pieces. It comes with a white pleated miniskirt that has silver in the pleats and little silver keyring details around the waist and matching silver rave shorts or panties, whatever you would want to call them, that say iconic buns. Love it. Did I use those to try to recreate the Star Wars opening sequence with my butt? That's the question. But the piece that I really love about this costume, because I can see myself wearing it over and over again, repurposing it for different outfits this season, at least until I get a stain on it, because this thing is pure white, is this top, which has these adorable little bell sleeves. You know, I'm a bell sleeve girl. I love a dramatic sleeve, as well as a beautiful little décolletage cutout and a high neck, and then this big, massive hood. I love the big hood because it really, like, even though the costume is small, the hood really gives it a whole lot of character and takes you into that space princess kind of place with the costume. I did add the white fishnets because I had them in my collection and it just felt right, along with my favorite pair of white boots that I wear all the time. They were just calling for this outfit, so I'll make sure to link those in the description below as well. Next up, we have this ninja costume. Now, when I first saw this costume, it brought me straight back to my days of staying up way too late in the barcade that my aunt owned in the early 2000s, drinking Sprite and cranberry juice and playing Mortal Kombat. And I remember the katana costume was always it for me. Now, if you love Melina or Jade or katana, this costume really gives you that same vibe of the Mortal Kombat girls' badassery. But this one is a really stretchy faux leather that has these beautiful lace-up sides, which I love because they show off my tattoo. And it also has these ties that you can lace them all the way up to create this kind of boot situation that works really well with the character as well. I love how stretchy the material is because it does not look stretchy, but it is very, very stretchy and maintains its kind of leather look. I haven't had any issues with that leather look cracking or splitting when I've stretched it, and I've had it for a year, so I've worn it through a lot of weight fluctuations. I also love the leather fingerless gloves that come with it. I have repurposed those through many other outfits and cosplays. They are fantastic to have on hand, and the top really could be worn on its own as a fashion piece with a pair of jeans. The last piece we're going to talk about today is this Oktoberfest dirndl. So I love that this dress is pretty authentic in that it has a built-in blouse that I think is super, it's off the shoulder without the risk of it like popping on your shoulder all of the time. And it does seem like the blouse is separate from the dress, but it's not. The blouse is built in. It's just a chest piece in the front, I think maybe a little bit in the back, and then the little elastic cuff parts on the side, which are attached to the dress. The material on it is like a lightweight corduroy type material. So it has a little bit of weight to it and a little bit of structure to give you that kind of fluff in the dress. Really this decorative tape that they've added around the hem and around the bodice and on the apron really give it a personalized touch that make it look a little closer to handmade. I love the bright blue color and the brown together, but this one also came in black and red, and I believe in brown. I love the slip skirt that is underneath it that is really nice and lightweight, but then has that really intricate lace at the bottom. It's so cute and it fits like a glove and it's very comfortable, and I am so excited to hang out with people and drink some amazing craft beer in this dress. And it's on Amazon, which means you can get it this weekend in order to have time to have it all 2 weeks of Oktoberfest. You're gonna get a lot of wears out of it and it's gonna last. I like this dress. I think it'll look really good on you. If you're interested in purchasing any of these costumes for yourself, I've linked the products in the description below as well as in my Amazon storefront. And if you're interested in seeing extended versions of my try-ons, you can always find those at freyafaye.com. I've got some amazing spooky outfits as well as some costumes and some DIY cosplay, all of the fun that you're gonna need to get you through the holiday season coming up. So make sure that you like this video and hit that subscribe button so that you don't miss out on a single moment of the fun that we're gonna have this holiday season. Which costume was your favorite? And which one do you wanna see me turn into something even better? Let me know in the comments. I'm really excited to see what you guys come up with. And see you next time.